Hey guys, this is Chase, that guy with the gloves, and this is my custom WWE Mattel Mike Haggar. I've been a big fan of the Final Fight series and especially Saturday Night Slam Masters ever since I was a kid. I really love those games. Sort of went away for a while, when I was growing up and whatnot, but discovering YouTube and thanks to people like Captain McKay Random and Two Best Friends Play, especially Matt from that channel, made me rediscover my love for Final Fight and Mike Haggar, and I was super happy that he was included in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. How he has never been in a Street Fighter game is beyond me. So yeah, love the character, wanted to make my own 6-7 inch version of him because as far as I know, no company has ever released a Mike Haggar figure outside of the Mini-Mates version. So putting that injustice aside, here is my custom figure. And like I said, he is made out of a bunch of different Mattel figures. And this was about a year that from start date to completion. It was about a year and 2 months. Mostly because I was just waiting for the right figure to come out to have as the base. And I will get into that in a second. First off though, this head scan is actually from a basic series Vladimir Kozlov. I think he really resembled Mike Haggar, and I sculpted on some hair using epoxy and an X-Acto knife. Same thing with the eyebrows and the mustache, just sculpted them on and added the little details, and then pretty much I had that part figured out. I've had this face like sculpted, and then I left it alone for a couple months. And then what happened, the Elite Series 29 Luke Harper came out, and looking at the body mold I said that would be perfect for Mike Haggar. So that's what I did. That's what this base body is. As you can tell, these used to be his pants, but then I just painted them the olive green, and the belt I painted brown, and the buckle was repainted gold. The boots were repainted brown to resemble Mike Haggar's shoes. See, the one little detail I wasn't happy about was here on the belt. I actually tried to make the strap connect to here, and even though I knew that was going to limit the articulation, where as it is now, he can get the full rotation, but with having the straps connected to the belt, it just didn't work. So I had to take off the epoxy and everything that I used, so the belt got a little scratched up right there. So the strap is actually just a cheap piece of leather that I got at Michael's craft store. It's actually black leather. Can't really see it underneath there. And then I repainted it brown, same color as the belt, and did some gold little highlights there, and I added a bit of a black outline to it just so that it could stand out from the brown a little bit more. And matches in the back. If you guys have seen that Luke Harper figure, you'll know that he actually has a bandana hanging out of his left pocket. I just had to cut that off and slap some epoxy in there, and now it just looks kind of like a normal pocket. Let's see, so yeah, with this being the Luke Harper body, he had like some little stubble hairs right there, and I just took some rubbing alcohol and rubbed it out. Let's see, what else can I say about the figure? The arms are Brock Lesnar upper bicep and tricep areas. The lower part of the arms are from the Big Show. Same thing with the hands. Reason for that, the Luke Harper arms, they were long enough, but they just weren't ripped enough, and especially with the bicep area. The Brock Lesnar arms, I loved how big they were, because Mike Haggar has some giant freaking biceps and whatnot. So, but I felt like his forearms didn't have to be as muscular, and Brock Lesnar doesn't have really long arms, so switching them out with the Big Shows I think was a good idea. So it gives Haggar just kind of more of a intimidating stance when he has his arms spread out. So yeah, that's why I did that. The flesh tone in the face on the Vladimir Kozlov head did not match the rest of the body, so I had to go through and repaint the whole thing, had to repaint the eyes, had to add in the pupils and, you know, the little light reflecting back for it, and that took a long time. Getting that flesh tone to look good on camera was a bit of a pain in the ass, but it turned out great in my opinion. Haggar in the game Final Fight, and he also uses it in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, is he picks up a pipe of considerable length and bashes people over the face with it. Or I guess over the head. He bashed them in the face with it. And this pipe was made out of a Mongolian barbecue chopstick. Mainly chose that because it had those two little ridges in there, and then I just kind of carved in some other ones using an X-Acto knife and some scissors, and painted it with a base coat of Testors black, and then did a mix of black and silver, and I think the pipe turned out great. And I think the wood texturing on the chopstick adds some detail to it. And then I put a top coat of clear acrylic paint, just so that when it's in Haggar's hands, the paint doesn't transfer. And I can hit people with it. Alright, so there's really not much more about this custom that I can say, other than I'm really happy with how it turned out. This is probably my favorite custom that I've ever done, just because I had really high expectations for it, and I think I absolutely matched them. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you big fans of Mike Haggar? Do you even know who he is? And if you are fans of Mike Haggar, check out Captain McKay Random's channel. He has a bunch of videos featuring Mike Haggar, and they're really awesome. And if you guys are curious about the character, look up Final Fight or Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I don't think you'll be disappointed with him. He is a total badass. Alright, this was Chase from Burnout Inc., that guy with the gloves. Thanks for checking out my custom. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm on Instagram, BurnoutInc BPW. I'm also on Twitch now. Same thing, BurnoutInc BPW. And you can find me at thatguywiththegloves@gmail.com. See you next time.